Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Paige, this is Seeking Alexandria, and today we have a new palette-esque deal. So, Tarte recently released, I got my phone out because I couldn't remember what it was called. It is the Buried Treasure Eyeshadow Palette. I got it off of their website. The unicarton and the packaging are the same and they are beautiful. And look at that detail, like come on, living. And then you open it up and these shadows, you guys, I was like, first of all, love this big mirror. But if you take that out, I mean, look at how beautiful that is. It has like a nice arrangement of like mattes and shimmers and the lustrous shades. And this is from the Rainforest of the Sea collection. So it's all that same like super, almost powdery consistency eyeshadows, I think. I don't know, I haven't touched it yet, but I'm assuming that's what it is. I've tried their other Rainforest of the Sea shadows and they seem to have kind of a more powdery consistency. I don't know if that's just me. Probably is. So I figured what we would do is we would use this bad boy and decide, is it good, is it not good, is it great, I don't know. But right from the start, you guys, I live for this design. I think that this is the cutest little packaging. I think it is the cutest like setup for shadows. Of course, it makes it really hard for me to tell you like what shades are which. They do have a little grid on the back though. And the only issue that I have so far is that this tiny little thing, this tiny little guy right here, $36. I had a heart attack. So how about we put some on our face? I'm going to start off by priming my eyes with the Smashbox 24-hour Photo Finish Eyelid Primer. Oh, and while I'm doing this, you guys, how about we talk about my brows this morning? My brows were the most inhospitable chunks of garbage this morning I've ever experienced in my life. Like, constantly. They just would not go together. Like, they wouldn't match. I got done the first time and I was like, wow, that was easy. And then I looked like in a mirror, like in a big mirror, and I was like, they literally were not the same size. Like, one was like this thick and one was like, they looked like this next to each other. And I was like, it's gonna be a long ass day. Alright, so now that we got some primer on, we need to set that shit down. We need to set it down. So, I'm thinking we will use this is going to be so fun. This shade right here, there's like a Half Moon matte shade. Okay, I'm not going to tell you the shade names because if I have to, it's going to take us really long time to do this, and I don't want to wait that long. So, let's go ahead and pop this on the lid, yo. Dang it, I keep forgetting. You guys, I picked up this MAC Pro Longwear Concealer in like the squirty tube, and I keep forgetting to use it. Ugh. Is it good? Tell me if it's good. Like, encourage me. Should I use that? Because I really feel like I want to, but I feel like I keep forgetting because I do keep forgetting. Okay, so next off, we're going to go and see the problem that I'm having, like, right at this moment. They don't have, like, a ton of crease colors in here. Crease colors, like the way I said that. I think I'm going to go in with this darker matte brown shade up at the top here. We're just going to start buffing that, that right in the crease. These shades have a ton of kick in the pan. Like, they're going everywhere. Just FYI. But they don't appear to be having a ton of fallout, but we're also not to the glittery shades yet, so. Normally those are the ones that give us problems. I really like the mirror on this, by the way. This is really nice. Minus the giant smudge I put right in the middle, like right where my eye would go so I can see. But minus that, it's working very nicely. Damn fingers smudging everything. I think next I'm going to go into this. There's like a gold shimmer shade right up here. Wow, you guys are really far away. Ugh, sorry. I don't know how that happens. Oh, God, not being able to see that damn viewfinder. Sorry about that, guys. But on the upside, you didn't miss much. I mean, look at that. This side's still basically naked. And this side's just got a lot of gold. What the hell? Had an eyelash fall on my damn face. I do not think so, honey. We curl our lashes up to Jesus, not down to my cheekbones. You know what I'm saying? Now, normally, would I take this gold and put it in the crease? No, because it's definitely like a very, very shimmery shade. But I wanted to have another transition there that offered some kind of like lustrous like vibrancy, and there really wasn't much else in here for that. So next I'm going to go in, I think with this probably, I think with this dark purple right here. We're just going to concentrate that one on the outer V. I know that it'd be looking a little crazy, but that actually blended out really nicely. And just so you guys know too, I know that I use the same brush a lot of times, but I do clean it like off on my color switch here a lot of times in between takes, just to like get any extra product off or color or whatever, anything that I just don't want on there. So next I want to take, and I want to I like forgot. I was like, what do I want to do? Next up, I think I want to take, there's this tiny little pink circle right here. And it's got like a really pretty reflect to it. Where the hell is my finger? And it's got just like this really beautiful situation. It's this top. You're not going to be able to see that. What the hell am I saying? Right there. It's right there. I will show you that damn thing if it kills me. And P.S. I will do swatches as well once my face is finished. I will zoom you guys in and let you guys see what this looks like. But I'm going to go ahead and just pack this right on my lid line. My lid line? I'm going to go take a nap and then I'm going to put this on my lid line. Sweet Jesus. Okay, a little something like that. Just a little bit of shimmer. Nothing too like crazy today. I think if anything, the shadow from the lights is actually making it look darker than it is, because in real life it doesn't look that dark. So when we zoom out, you'll probably see what it really looks like. I'm going to take that same shade though and I'm going to pop it on the brow bone. I already kind of popped it into the inner corner with my finger. Alright, and then lastly I want to take this one right here, which was the same shade that I set my entire eye with. I'm going to take some of that on a clean, fluffy brush, and I'm just going to blend out the upper crease, that dark color. You guys know I do this every time, just to kind of soften that shadow, make it look a little bit more seamless. A lot of people, you can still do this with like no product on your brush. A lot of times I use a little bit of product. It's nothing crazy, just a very, very light like skin tone shadow, just because I want to give that product something to blend into and not just pick it up with my brush, if that makes sense. I'm also going to, I lied, I wasn't done. I'm also going to take this dark purple shade up here that I didn't get a chance to play with, and of course I'm going to play with it. I'm just going to take a tiny, tiny little bit on my brush here and just stamp it really lightly on just the outer side, the out part, out right here. It's going here, okay guys? But I'm not gonna like move it hardly at all. I'm literally putting it down and then just wiggling around just a tiny, tiny bit, because I'm using the wrong brush. And I've told you guys, I'm real. Like, I will always be real with you. So like, I know I'm using the wrong brush for this, but I also don't feel like finding and dirtying another one. Just like ice cream. Sometimes, you know, you're not supposed to eat ice cream with a fork, but like, I've definitely done it, so I didn't have to dirty a spoon. Did I mention I'm a fat kid? How did I eat the ice cream with a fork? I'll never tell. Ooh, yes, Smokey. Hello, girl. Okay. Where's my smudger brush? Smudger brush. I met a girl down at the disco. She said, hey, 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 yeah, let's go. I can be your baby. You can be my honey. Let's make love, not money. Mix your milk with my cocoa puff. Milky, milky cocoa. Mix your milk with my cocoa puff. Milk. That is such a dirty song. Okay, so for the lower lash line, I want to run this gold a little bit on the lower lash line, like I said 3 times, and I want to tap it off because, woo, child, there is a ton of kick on that. I'm not going for anything like hardcore dramatic for the lower lashes today. Alright, so just something a little bit like that. Just a little bit of gold. I am going to go ahead real quick. I will swatch these for you, so hold on just a second. Okay, so I'm not going to pretend to be able to try... Oh my god. Like I was saying, I'm not going to pretend to be able to tell you the shade names because they go in such an erratic fashion that I can't. But what I can do is I can show you this, and I'll zoom you in just a little bit more so you can get an up-close view. But that's the overall palette. And then these, come on lighting. They're a little bit hard to see because these ones in here are like super light, almost foil shimmer shades. This one is that matte shade I put all over my eye. They are beautiful. I mean, these ones back here especially are insanely pigmented. Like, these swatches went on like butter. I mean, I don't think you'd expect anything else from Tarte. That's a bracelet, so don't pay any attention to that. So the palette is here, and you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 shadows. Okay guys, I'm gonna hurry up. I'm going to finish up my face and I will come back on and we will close this thing out. Okay guys, I got my mascara and my lips on. I am wearing on my lips Matador 368, the L'Oreal Infallible Liquid Lips. You guys know that I love these things. And I wanted to pop on here real quick. I was thinking about this palette, and obviously, and I was thinking, you know, it's $36. So for 10 shades, it works out to be about $3.60 per shade. Now, my problem with that is that a lot of the shades that I would really like prefer or like or want to be bigger are some of the smaller ones. Like, I'm obsessed with this gold and this little like peachy one, which on my arm I think it's like these two or something like that. But those, given that they're like the smallest shades, I'm kind of having a hard time with it. Like, I think when you look at something and it's like, oh, all the pans are the same size, you know, that it's a little different. And I love the design, but that's like one thing about the design that I don't like is that my favorite pans are going to run out like that quick. So, and the other issue I have is I was looking at this two of these shades up close, and the one, when I put my brush into it or my finger into it or something, it literally like crumbled off, like a crack of it came off. And I was like, it's so crumbly that I lost like a chunk of shadow from a brush, like an eyeshadow brush. Maybe there was already like a hairline fracture there, I don't know. And then in another shadow, same thing. There's like a giant crevice thing running down the center of it. And I was like, okay, I don't have a problem with having like soft shadows. That doesn't bother me. But like when they're so soft that they're just like crumbling and breaking, and like I question the longevity of this palette. Don't get me wrong, like the packaging is really nice and the packaging is sturdy, but I have a feeling if I were to drop this, I honestly think that like at least 3 of these shadows would be no longer. So I think for me, I like the palette, I like the colors, I actually really enjoy the formula of this. I just feel like for 36 bucks, I think that it's a little bit of a stretch. Now if this was like a $18 to $22 palette, I'd feel a lot differently about it. Just because I think it'd be a little bit better value. I wouldn't mind that, you know, my favorite shades are smaller, like that gold shade. There's 2 gold shades actually, and I'm a big fan of them. One's like a lighter, happier gold. One's like a deeper, more I'ma fuck you up kind of gold. And I like them both. I just really have a hard time with knowing that they're not going to last very long. With that being said though, the bigger shades, the ones that are in the bigger pans, if you will, like this pink up here and then this over here, I think that they are beautiful shades, and I'm not saying I don't like them. I do wish that one of the bigger pans had been a matte shadow, like a matte purple, or even like a matte, I don't know, a darker matte brown. That would have been really nice. I understand what they were doing and like how they incorporated the purples and why and all that. And I think it overall, I mean, it is beautiful, but I don't see me having a ton of versatility, or anyone for that matter, having a ton of versatility with this palette. And I just, based off of the fact that it's like already got little cracks and like little chunks coming out, and that, I think it's good to note that the shadows are very soft. So that's kind of the nature of a soft shadow. But I have a lot of other shadows that are not, or that are also just powdery, just as soft, and they don't do this. So something to maybe keep in mind, I tend to be a little harder, if you will, on a lot of my palettes and stuff. They'll get thrown around or dropped because I'm a klutz, and I know that going into it. So for me, this is probably a pass. I wish that the design, I love this, but either we need to keep it and expand the range, like the size or the color range, add some more shadows, I'm not really sure, but I just feel like for $36, I don't feel like overwhelmed or like I got a good deal on this, especially when I like compare it to some of the other palettes that I've gotten. I just feel like, you know, it's a little bit underwhelming for what you pay. So for me, this is probably going to be a pass. I think it's pretty. I think it went on very nice. Tarte shadows, obviously Tarte shadows are fantastic, but again, if I'm going to compare, I have to be fair. Look at me go with all my rhymes. And I'm just not living for this one, you guys. So that's just me. What did you guys think? Do you have it? Do you like it? I think it's a great basic palette if you're wanting just these kind of colors and you really like Tarte and you really like their shadows and you really like how they go on, because they do go on great. They blend great, build great, all of that. They just hit puberty again, 12-year-old boy. But they are very, very nice shadows. I don't live for this, but the mirror is fantastic. So if you're like a basic person and you're like, I just want something little on the go, I do the same basic eye look every day, this might be a great palette for you. Are my lips running? My lipstick just got super screwed up and I literally didn't do anything. I have literally never had that happen before. That's so weird. Anyways, so you guys, I'm going to start repeating myself with this palette. For me, I think it's kind of a miss. I'm not living. But my God. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. I always like to know what you guys think about stuff. Is this like the kind of review that you like? You know, the cute little new stuff that comes out just to hang out for a minute, do our eyeshadow together, I mean, whatever. And let me know. Comment, like, subscribe, all that good stuff, you guys. You know the drill. Shit's happening over here, okay? It's happening. So I'm going to get going. I'm going to try to figure out why my lipstick did that and then fix the chunk of foundation that somehow just came off my upper lip. And I will talk to you guys all later. Hope you have a great day, night, weekend, whatever. And we shall talk soon. Bye.